Hey guys, it's Dr. Sean again, and we're still going through brain waves. So brain waves, the lowest of the brain waves that we have is called delta. Now I have here this thing called a Flowtime. It's a Flowtime Biosensing headband. So what it does is basically it's a wearable EEG for home use. It has a bunch of sensors underneath here. It has a little strap in the back, and it fits right on the forehead. And then you link it up with a little app, which I'll show up in this corner. Actually, I'll show the icon for the app so you can see it. And then what we do is if you go through and you can do like a little upgraded little meditation. I do like meditation right here. We'll do a 10-minute. We'll just start it. It'll have to coordinate with the headband itself. It's trying to get sensor contact. We're actually able to see stuff this time. There we go. So we have a timer of 10 minutes, and then it'll start giving me like real-time bio data. Now, how great is this bio data? It's pretty good. It's not bad. At least it's a place we can start with getting into what's going on with our brains. And as we get to go into our brains and the activity, the electrical activity of the brain, which is measured in hertz, okay, and we go from like 0 or 1 hertz, which is delta, all the way up into the hundreds, which is up into gamma. Now, today we're talking about delta waves. Delta waves are the lowest waves we have. Babies spend a lot of time in delta. Deep sleep is in delta. Brain injuries, also in delta. We think that people in concussions, or not concussions, we have traumatic brain injuries, can go back and forth into delta, and because you stop thinking at those points. Also, coma patients go into delta. Now, it's just like basically real low idle. When your brain waves go down to 0, it means your brain's not doing anything. It means you're dead. So what we want to do is keep our brain waves up in that maybe, well, we don't really care where it goes, because if we're in a dreamless sleep, we're actually getting some repair. We know there's some like around 2 hertz, because it like delta goes anywhere from 1 to 4 hertz to 0.5 or half a hertz to 6 hertz, something like that. You know, it depends on which researches you're looking at, or which researchers you're looking at, because there's a lot of variation in those. And remember, this one is right before theta, and then the next one would be alpha. Okay, so these are so low. Now, as we're starting to use something like this little app or whatever it is with a headband, we can start to appreciate what our brain's doing, and we can actually know what it feels like to be in those brain states. Now, when we're really trying to relax, or really deep in meditation, around 2 to 4 hertz, that's very deep theta, you're going to lose the sense of time, which is great. And it's going to be a very still point. Now, this could be the deepest parts of our meditation. Of course, every time there's a sound, you're going to bump up a little bit. Your brain is a sensing, or, well, it's part of the sensory system, right? Its idea is to sense on the body, away from the body, as far as we can, to see what's going on in the environment, so we can determine if it's safe or not. You know, this has to do with like hearing. You can hear further than you can see, or maybe you can see further than you can hear. So those two are working. You can also feel a certain sense of like electrical current in the air, for example, or moisture in the air. These are all information things that our brain uses to keep us safe. Now, when they get out of compliance, or out of sync, if you will, then we end up getting stuck in one or another. Maybe we get stuck way up in gamma, which is very intensive, highly focused kind of attention. Okay, and remember, this is like 1 hertz. So hertz are cycles per second. Cycles per second are beats per second. So you're looking at 1, 2, 1, 2. That's like 2 hertz, right? Or maybe bump, bump. Round your heartbeat, actually about 60 hertz. 60, well, if we measure it in hertz, 60 beats per minute, 60 hertz. 60 hertz is what your outlet in the wall, if you're in America, uses to push electricity. Okay, or part of the electrical current is hertz, and that's the cycles per second. So anyway, that's what we're talking about, is just different wavelengths, right? So we have delta, which is the lowest, and then we have theta, and then we have alpha, and then we have beta, and then we have gamma. So this way, when we use something like this little app, and you can see here's my brain, if you can see it. There's the brain right and left hemispheres. And as we get into here, which I wish I could blow it up, I'll see if I can get a little like a picture over here or something like that, is the actual cycles for the brain waves. Now, if we look for me, we're looking at delta. there's the delta waves in action right now. That's what it's measuring, 1 to 4 hertz. If I really, really calm down and relax, those should move up. So this is something that we can use as a tool for ourselves to connect our brains with our bodies. And especially people who have like problems with ADD, ADHD, panic disorder, anxiety, stressful emotional states, past traumas, stuff like that. If we can get into those theta states and understand that that's where real peace is, or even the delta, the theta, and the alpha, if we can start to promote those a little bit and pull ourselves back from that gamma and beta to relax a little bit more, maybe we can then see that we're okay. And that's really kind of the biggest part. I like using this with meditation. I've been using this to study meditation for myself, and now I want to use that information for others. And when we're doing this kind of work, we want to find out if we can help someone, pull themselves back from such stress. Now, it's totally possible. It doesn't mean you're stuck there. You just have to learn how to get out of it. And, rumination or like recurrent thoughts that we're continually going over can be definitely changed over time. You can change your perception of them, you can change your weight of them, and you can change the emotional charge to them. And that's just through thinking. So if we can start to use this in accordance with those kind of ideas, and I know it's getting a little bit into psychotherapy, but we're all responsible for our own psychological health anyway, our own mental health. So let's do something that's healthy, and that's using a biofeedback kind of headband where we can start to learn how to use our bodies as have our brains work for us other than us following our brains all the time. Anyway, this is Dr. Sean over the Center Path and Natural Body Works, whatever. Look us up on those. The centerpath.org is where you can find some information on this stuff too. And then also the naturalbodyworks.com. That's my chiropractic acupuncture office where I do a lot of stuff like that. I do a lot of teaching of meditation and relaxation techniques too. And I like using these kind of things. I like the toys. I mean, to me, it's kind of a toy right now. It is a tool. It seems to be a good one. You can also kind of check out your heart rate variability and all those other things. I'll be going over more of that. This is the playlist from to Flowtime playlist, I guess it is. And you guys take care, and don't forget to subscribe, like the like button, or hit the like button, smash that, or whatever it is. Anyway, take good care. Get some rest. Relax. Close your eyes. Relax. Not if you're driving, though.